Comedy writers, it feels like you have reached an ending and you need to start opening yourself up to something new in order to keep the project going. And this is kind of how I got there. Now, before I get started, I do want to let you know that somewhere in this video, I have hidden a promo code for 75% off of a tarot reading that you can get for your writing and or your project. There are only 15 spots for this promo code, and they are spread out between all of my September videos. So to begin with, we've got the Queen of Cups. She's also in reverse. She is a very giving and a very loving queen. I kind of feel like you want to give that more to yourself where you're not quite feeling very emotionally stable right now at the moment. This is also the card that fell out while I was shuffling. She just really wanted to tell you something, so you really want to pay attention to her. You have the Knight of Swords, and the Knight of Swords is a character in the tarot who thinks first or talks first, says things first, communicates first without thinking about what the consequences are of those thoughts being said out loud. You have the Six of Pentacles in reverse. I feel like this is you needing to give more to yourself versus giving to other people. You have the Ten of Wands in reverse. Now, for me, when tens come up in reverse, tens they are completion. But when tens come up in reverse, it usually means the querent hasn't accepted an ending. Now, I'm going to back this up a little bit with a card that's coming up later. But this could also be you're holding on to way too much and you need to start letting go and start letting other people do their jobs and not holding on to so much and just delegating your responsibilities to other people. You have the Four of Swords. This is mental rest. I feel like this is the card that's in the exact middle of the entire spread, and I feel like this is something that you want to reach to, and this is probably something that's going to you'll be able to get to should you take the advice after this video is done. Here we have the Two of Pentacles in reverse. It's unbalanced. This is the Chariot. It's also in reverse, and it's also the only major arcana card that came up. Major arcana cards are the cards that come up in the tarot when big things, big life events are supposed to happen. And I feel like you're kind of making this event, whatever needs to happen here, a lot bigger than it needs to be. And I think it's once you get past that hump, you'll be able to move a lot quicker to where you need to go with this project. The Chariot in reverse basically means that you feel like you're not in control. Here we have the Nine of Wands in reverse, and I'm going to go back to that Ten of Wands in reverse. This makes me feel like you're giving up. The Nine of Wands stands for still standing up for what you believe in. It is also standing up after you've been through hell and back, still fighting the good fight. Because you've got it reversed, it just feels like you're giving up. And again, with the Ten of Wands in reverse, it almost makes me feel like you're taking on too much and you need to let go and disperse some things in order for you to move forward. You do have the Ace of Cups, which is usually a yes. So aces, when they come up, our new beginning. And when an ace comes up not reversed, it usually means a yes. And aces are, since they're a new cycle, I'm going to advise you to somehow go on to that next cycle. The card at the bottom of the deck is the Six of Cups in reverse. It feels like there's no nostalgia. I think that you've kind of, the way that you've gotten to where you're at with this project, it feels like you have forgotten the reason as to why you are creating it or writing it. And I think that you've probably kept that on the inside, and you might need to start expressing that a little bit more with whoever you're reaching out to, or put it in your writing so that people who read the story know what you're actually trying to say. So again, with all those cards, it just kind of makes me feel like you've reached a point in the project where you've kind of lost track of what you originally were going for. And I know that you've gotten so far in this project and you've reached a point to where you're like, I could go to the next step. But there's some point in here where you're just kind of spinning your wheels and you're not able to move on to that next step. So my advice, what I wrote down, which is going to be kind of a hard thing for you to hear, I'm going to advise you to kind of like start over from scratch. Now, doesn't mean all the things that you've written before are not going to come up again, but I wonder if you start over from scratch, use this Ace of Cups to your advantage, use this Knight of Swords to your advantage, use this Four of Swords to your advantage. Be open to what your intuition says, especially now if you're finding tarot as a way to help you write your stories or connect with your intuition. Maybe that the tarot might be able to help you connect with your intuition in order to find a new way in order to tell the story. Numbers you might want to pay attention to are 3, 2, 6, 10, 4, 2, 7, 9, 1, and 6. Now, if you add all those up, you get 50, 50. 5 plus 0 equals 5, and 5 in the major arcana is the Hierophant. The Hierophant is tradition. Some people like to think of it as religious tradition, a religious teacher, a institution, something kind of that nature. And I like to think of it kind of as college. Maybe it's like a organized religion, not thinking too outside of the box. And so instead of trying to make this project like really big and splashy or something out of the box that makes people want to read it, like like what you think people are going to want to read it because of that, I kind of am going to advise you to like just stay a little traditional with it and don't go too far out of the box. Don't go too far into left field. And just make sure that you stay true to what you really want to say with the project. Elementally wise, we have earth, air, fire, and water. Water is your most prominent element, and I'm actually going to tell you to pay attention to water simply because of one thing. Do you remember this Chariot card? It's the only major arcana that showed up. It's associated with water. So I'm going to actually tell you to pay attention to Cancer and the Moon. Pay attention to those attributes. Bring them along on your next cycle with whatever you're going to do with this project, and try to incorporate those, and it should be able to help you not string you along in a bad way, but be able to guide you in a way to bring forth what you want to say with the project. The colors that you're probably going to want to pay attention to are gray and like a dull turquoise. So the gray I'm getting is because you got this stone here with this grave site here. The gray turquoise, the dull turquoise that I'm getting, or the off turquoise, the matte turquoise that I'm getting is kind of like that Target feel of all those different like circles or something that you can get like doing a decorating your college dorm. And it's coming from this cloud. I don't know why, but my eyes kept going to that, and I'm just going to go with it. Additionally, I do pull 3 extra cards. The first card is Maracas. I don't know what that means, but go for it. The second card is actually Death. It's so interesting that it comes up as a candle, but it says death. It doesn't say candle, so do with that what you will. And the last writing prompt would be, what would happen if 2 unlikely characters fell in love? So if you just now found my channel, my name is Chris, and I help screenwriters and authors complete their projects faster using tarot cards. I believe that when writers use the images of tarot cards, they can get more immersed into their story, so that as they're writing it, the world can become so rich that by the time the story reaches their readers' hands, the readers just won't be able to stop turning pages. The promo code for September of 2024 is King of Pentacles. KINGOFPENTACLES. So all one word. There's only 15 spots. So remember, once you're done with this video, just go directly to my website, link in my profile, and sign up and grab a hold of that. If you'd like to discover how to use tarot cards to enhance your writing capability, your intuition, and enhance your writing in general, I'm going to invite you to go to the link in my profile, and it's going to take you to a link tree. Within that link tree, you are going to find a multitude of options about where you can take this and how I can help you. So I'm going to go through a really quick rundown of what they are right now. This could be a little bit overwhelming, but I'm going to put it in very simple terms as much as possible. So just hang with me. The first option is that you're going to see a button that's going to take you to a free 15-minute exercise where I'm going to guide you on how to write a complete story, a beginning, a middle, and an end using 3 tarot cards. It's completely free. There's no responsibility, no monetary gain. I just want to show you kind of how tarot cards can be used to write a story. You're also going to see a button that's going to take you to the Flow Your Mojo community. The Flow Your Mojo community is a community that I run on my website, and it's where writers use tarot cards to write their stories. Within the Flow Your Mojo community, there are 4 different tiers. The first tier, I provide 2 writing prompts. The second tier, you actually have access to 3 write-ins a week and also the 2 writing prompts. The third one, I'm creating a writing group. And so where we're going to pass notes back and forth with each other and give each other feedback on our projects. And then the 4th tier is for people who absolutely hate outlining and just want the story and this projects and the characters to just be given to them, so that they can just go off and write, and they can use their intuition and whatever, and they can just write the story and just release the book and do whatever they want to do with it. That's a very quick rundown, and I just wanted to invite you to go ahead and take a look at those and invite you to come and join the Flow Your Mojo community as well. If you have made it this far in the video, please like, subscribe, follow, and share, and I will see you in the next one.